Welcome to the Evening Review. My name is Sukhane Tlhache. Joining me is a regular on the Evening Review, Mr. Simon Amunime. He'll be talking about the newly launched Revolutionary Union. Before we go into that, have a look at the front page. Welcome back to the Evening Review.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me once again.
Yeah. While you are donning an AR t-shirt, you represent or you wear a different hat, and that is of the Revolutionary Union.
Yes. Of course, it's an institution that they've established, but of course it's going to be an institution, an autonomous institution with its own leadership. So meaning it's not going to be an AR institution, but an institution that stands on its own with its own independent leadership.
Okay. I wanted to understand, you have started a recruitment drive for new members for this union. Are you officially registered?
Yeah, I think it was on the 1st of January when we released what we call a revolutionary guide. That was a specific document that speaks to our program of action as well as the direction of the movement come 2021. Now in that document, that's where we speak about our 6th site of struggle. So the 6th site of struggle is us being able to establish institutions. So we established 2 institutions. It's RU, which is the Revolutionary Union, and Progressive Judiciary, that has to deal with the judiciary. So the Revolutionary Union, we've made all submission in January. We have submitted the constitution, all legal documents as required by the Labour Act of 2007. We've done that to the Labour Commissioner and so forth. But of course, we've been following up. We know in terms of requirement, we are sorted. There's nothing that is pending. We've submitted them. It's now, I think, 2 months. But of course, we're informed that there is some deliberate hijack from, Southwest Africa is a very big machinery, and it happens that most of those that are working at the Labour Commissioner happens to be in that greedy network. So everyone is scared, there is fear, because workers have started resigning already, and also our database already, even before we release membership, we already had 5,000 members that are registered, that have showed willingness to join the union. So we were not worried. That's why we said, fine, we are going to start operating. We have not launched officially. We have officially begun with the process of recruiting membership.
Why, to answer my question briefly, yes. Are you officially registered? And if not, why the recruitment drive?
Yes, of course, what I'm explaining is to say that we have submitted, and we are sure we've made all the legal requirements as per the Labour Act of 2007. We've done that with the Labour Commissioner. However, that's why we're saying there's a deliberate delay from the authorities that are entrusted the mandate of making sure that we get our certificate of registration. That's why we're saying we're not worried. We already start recruiting our members. We've complied with the law. We've submitted all necessary documents. So it's just a matter of us getting the certificate. In terms of registration, they've acknowledged our application. We've made various attempts in terms of following up to say, okay, what is the status, what is left, and so forth. There is no any objection that we've received, be it from the Labour Commissioner, be it from any other stakeholder. There's nothing like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we're expecting is just a printout of the certificate. That is perhaps the delay in terms of when we are going to get it. But that doesn't deter you from going ahead, because workers, it's just, for example, when you are starting a school, you cannot want to be accredited if you don't have chairs, if you don't have a school. So when NQA come to you, how do they even give you a say that Ohone primary school or private school is accredited? So we already have members, we are just waiting. So when the certificate came, then you then sign those agreements with those company where your workers are. But in terms of recruitment, that process has started officially on the 20th, and we are very happy to announce that we are almost reaching over 18,000. The process is running very fast. We've generated public interest. It shows that the workers are very tired and they are welcoming the idea. So, yes.
You're mentioning a figure of 18,000. What are you seeing in the trends? Are these people that are resigning from existing unions? Is it a new crop of employees coming into the system? What are your observations?
Yeah, no, the observation is to say there have been some sort of a monopoly of a redundant unions in the industry. You see, these things hails back from pre-independence. Of course, most of the union are affiliated to Southwest Africa, which says that they are the biggest unions. But there is no even proof figure to say, no, they have this number of unions. There's nothing like that. In fact, we even found out that usually when you get work in government, already when you get a contract, they already attach a certain union member. So it was like a requirement for you to be in that specific. So do you understand? So those have been the injustices that have happened, and people really are just liberated from what has been happening. So the kind of unionism we've been having in the country have been dead. Especially young people have no interest to partake in them. It's dead wood. Majority of them are led by people that are old and tired. Yeah, so that's why then there's that public interest, and people want to be part of this new revolution.
What is going to make this union different from others? And two questions that I want you to answer for me briefly, because we are running out of time because of a scheduling problem. What are the issues that the union is going to focus on, and what makes it different?
Yes, as you are saying that this is going to be a union of workers. So what we are going is that we are going to focus on the working class. We are going to focus on the working class, and what we are going to do is that we are going to confront what they've been especially confronting our workers. So it comes from the working conditions of worker in terms of the representation of workers in the industry. So we are going to give them a voice. So by giving them a voice, it's going to change and challenge, because most of the union, what they've been doing in the past, they've been in cohort with politicians. They've neglected the aspects of representing worker and either going to business and so forth. So this union is a revolutionary union that is going to operate using revolutionary methods. So when we are saying is that the union is established to bring about a new revolutionary order. So we are not going to hear, you can tell us no that this law was like this. No, that is not going to matter to us, because as long as there are things that are unjust or unfair, even if there are laws, even if there are policy, it then becomes the mandate and the duty of the revolutionary union to make sure that those things are changed, and we are going to have workers at the center of this union. It's going to be a workers' union, and it's a union that is not going to have any sort of business interest. Even the constitution of the union makes it very clear that it's not allowed to venture into any business activity. So the workers are going to be the center of it, and it's going to bring freedom to the workers as opposed to the existing weak unions that we have.
I thank you very much for joining us, and obviously once the union has officially been registered and has been given some time, I'd like to invite you back into studio.
Yes, I think that shouldn't be even an issue. We've submitted, say maybe when we get the certificate or when we are going to launch officially. So in terms of the documentation, there is no issue. The union is well and running. We've made announcement that the official recruitment will be starting, especially with government institutions, because those are the people that for the last 5 years they've not been increment. So the union is up and running. Those that wants to join, we've circulated membership form and many other things. So it's just a matter of us launching officially. Yes.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning into the Evening Review. Have a good evening.